Hello students. In last session we were doing the study of zero crossing detector for FM demodulation. Just revising once, this is the block diagram of zero crossing detector for FM demodulation, in which we were using limiter, zero crossing detector, full wave rectifier, pulse generator and low pass filter. And we have seen all the outputs of each block in the waveform just like this. Here, this is the received signal which is incoming to the limiter. And what limiter is performing, that the uneven amplitude of the received signal is eliminated, and the limiter gives the output as constant magnitude frequency modulated signal. The magnitude, upper peaks and lower peaks are having the constant magnitudes, while the frequency is of modulated signal frequency variations. Now zero crossing detector concept is applied in the zero crossing detector block, and whenever there is a zero crossing either from lower side of x-axis to upper side, or the signal is crossing from positive values to negative values, then there is a generation of impulses at the output of zero crossing detector. For negative to positive crossover, there is a generation of positive impulse, while for positive to negative crossover, there is a generation of negative impulses. So in this way, at the output of zero crossing detector, we are receiving the positive impulse as well as negative impulse at each zero crossing point of modulated signal. Now, the output of zero crossing detector is fed to the rectifier circuit, where all the negative impulses are rectified as positive pulses. And here now we are watching that all the impulses are available in one direction only. What we have to consider, that if the frequency is higher at any point such that here, then the number of impulses will be higher. And if the frequency is lower, means the number of zero crossing points are lesser, then the number of impulses will also be lesser. Now, we use these impulses to generate pulses of constant width. For these are the digital signals. We are getting the rows of zeros and ones, and for each high signal at the output of rectifier, we can generate a pulse of constant bandwidth. So what we are able to watch, that where the frequency of, or where the number of ones or number of high signals are greater, there we are getting higher pulses. The pulses are thicker at those points. Now, these counts of pulses are directly proportional to the frequency of the modulated signal. As we know the concept of FM, that the carrier signal frequency is modified according to the amplitude of the message signal. Means if the message signal amplitude is greater at any point, so the output of FM will have higher frequency at that time. So now since we are doing the opposite of modulation, we are doing demodulation. So where the number of pulses are greater, which is as a response of higher frequency, there we can generate higher magnitude by using low pass filter, which actually provides the averaging of these output of pulse generator. So low pass filter can generate or can convert these high frequency signal into high amplitude signal and the low frequency signal into lower magnitude signal, as in continuation the low pass filter is averaging the signals as a function of time, and it is generating the message signal or reconstructing the message signal. So this is the concept of zero crossing detection for FM demodulation. Now this complete we have to understand mathematically. Mathematically we have to understand it. Now for that I am showing you what is the concept of zero crossing. The zero crossings, that is the instants. The zero crossing, that is the instance of time at which the waveform changes from negative to positive value. Okay. Now, as you are able to watch in this diagram that here the zero crossing time duration is del t. Now let us take one complete time duration capital T where we have to count number of zero crossings. Okay. So what we have seen just above, that at zero crossing time duration there is a half cycle. So for a complete cycle there will be 2 del t. For one time period of one cycle, the time period will be 2 multiplied by del t, because del t is the time duration of adjacent zero crossing, means it is a time duration of half period, half cycle. So the one complete cycle will use 2 del t time for one complete cycle. So the instantaneous frequency will be approximately equal to 1 by 2 del t. Why I have taken here approximation? Because the frequency is varying in FM modulated wave. And here the instantaneous frequency is a function of time. As the time is varying, frequency is varying, and this del t is also varying. Del t will be smaller if frequency is higher, and del t will be greater if frequency is lesser. Okay. So here del t is time difference between the adjacent zero crossover points. Now as I have told, what is capital T? If we assume capital T is the time duration in which number of zero crossings have to be counted, and how we will decide the capital T value. The conditions must be satisfied for selection of time duration capital T. The capital T time duration must be lower. It should be lesser than the bandwidth of the message signal. The bandwidth of the message signal. So that we can check the complete cycles of message signal. So the time duration T what we will select, that should be lesser than the bandwidth of the message signal, so that the complete bandwidth can be observed in the selected time duration. And the second condition is this capital T time duration must be far greater than carrier frequency. Carrier frequency means for as we know that carrier frequency is far greater than message frequency. Okay. So for the time period of carrier frequency, there may be cycles of a few fractions of the cycle of message signal. So what we have to do, 1 by fc means time period of carrier signal. So the time period of carrier signal is very much smaller. So what we have to do? We have to select time duration for counting of zero crossing points such that we can cover one complete message signal, one complete cycle of message signal. And since the time period of message signal is greater than the time period of carrier signal, that's why this time duration should be far greater than the time period of carrier signal. Okay. Now let us assume N0 is the number of zero crossings during interval t. As in the diagram here we have seen, this is if we are starting from this point, so this is the first zero crossing, this is second zero crossing, this is third zero crossing, this is fourth zero crossing, fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It means that for half cycle of one complete cycle of modulated wave, if the time duration is del t, it will give only one zero crossing. If we are starting from this point, so this will be the first zero crossing. And for the complete duration of time t, where we are going to count the number of zero crossing, so here in this diagram I have counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 zero crossings. Okay, 15 zero crossing means 15 half cycles have been passed through here. Okay, now we have to find out the complete formula for that. Here what we have understood, that for single crossing point the time duration del t is equal to capital T means total time divided by number. Means if the total number of zero crossing is N0 for total time T time duration, then for one zero crossing the time duration is del t. Okay. Now put this value of del t in the formula which is given by equation number 1, instantaneous frequency of the modulated wave. So we will be able to solve this and we will able to get the FIT is equal to N0 by 2t, through which we can watch that this instantaneous frequency of modulated wave is directly proportional to the number of zero crossings, or vice versa we can say that if we are going to count the number of zero crossings, so the number of zero crossings is the replica of this instantaneous value of frequency of modulated wave. It means that if modulated wave is having higher frequency, then the number of zero crossings will be greater. So what we can do, we can, by the definition of frequency modulation, we can find out N0, and that N0 will be the replica of instantaneous frequency, and this N0 can be integrated together in the application of zero crossing detector. Okay, as we have seen in the formula here the complete zero crossing output we are getting from the pulse generator as the number of pulses form. The output of pulse generator is providing the number of pulses. So either by using low pass filter, which will perform the averaging function of the amplitude, which will give the instantaneous value of the message signal in the form of music and speech, and either we can use here a integrator which will integrate the magnitude of the zero crossing values N0. Okay, so here this N0 can be integrated together at the end of pulse generator, and that will give the instantaneous magnitude, instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. Okay, thank you.